Hi, kids and family. Welcome to the first ever online Grace Kids Club. I hope you had an awesome conclusion to Kids for Truth. I hope the ending was awesome. I had a ton of fun watching Pastor Kent every week with his singing shenanigans and the hand, obviously, and the Bible verses and the Bible lessons and everything going on, and the singing of the motto. And as we come into Grace Kids Club for the summer, I want to tell you, we have another motto. That's right, we have another motto, and I'm going to teach you this one. So, as we get our Grace Kids Club up on the screen here, I want you to take a look at that motto. And this says, we learn more about the gospel so we can live and share the gospel. Now, you might have a hard time remembering this. It's a lot of words, I get it. It's summertime. We're not here to remember everything we can, so I called on a few people to help. Now, here are the mottos. Before I show you that, I want you to look at me real quick. I want you to see the motto. Here we go. Here's how this is going to go. First, get up out of your seat. Come on, stand up. Stand up. All right, now, here we go. Get your pointer finger out. The first one. We at Grace Kids Club learn. Got it? Everyone do that. Here we go. We learn. Did you do it? Good job. I see you doing it. Good job. All right. We learn more about the gospel. You got that? We learn more about the gospel so that we can live and share the gospel. Now, those are just my motto. That's just my actions. So I actually called on the pastors at our church to do this. Go ahead and take a look back there at the pastors. Let's have Pastor Mike. We learn. Then we got Pastor Tim. More about the gospel so we can live. And share the gospel. You think you got that? All right, we're going to try it one more time. As soon as I go to the next page, I want you to do it with me. All right, so here we go. Let's start it. We at Grace Kids Club, we learn the gospel so we can learn more, so we can live and share the gospel. Great job. You're fantastic. So I wonder, if you're wondering, what's in shop for us this summer with Grace Kids Club? Now, we have a lot that's going to be happening, so I want to take a minute and explain just how everything's going on. Because you see, we're not at church right now. And I hope that by the end of this summer, we are at church. And I'm pretty sure we will, Lord willing, if we can be at church maybe next month, until the end of Grace Kids Club when we have our big, I'll explain at the end, but the first thing that we're going to have every week, whether we're online or in person, is we're going to have our lessons. Yay, I hear it with the kids. Great job, kids. Next, we're going to have, every week, songs. Oh, I know some of you love to sing those songs. I heard you with Pastor Kent. I saw those videos, so I expect big things on those songs. Next, we have games. Yes! I know everyone's favorite thing is, of course, games, and we're going to have plenty of those for this summer, whether we're in person or online. Next, puppets. Could this be a never-before-seen online thing of puppets? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. I'll give you a little preview, though. We're not going to have puppets tonight, all right? They're warming up still. They're still on their summer break. They're going to come back soon. Now, we're going to have those puppets, don't you worry. Next, what would be a Grace Kids Club without prizes? I'm going to get to those prizes in just a second, but they're going to be great. And last but not least, drum roll please. You might have guessed it from last year, but maybe you haven't already, so I need to explain it to you, or maybe you're new this year. It is a derby car race, yes, at the end of the year. in this very auditorium. We are going to get our big track back out. We are going to race those cars down 4 at a time, and we're going to see who the champion is, who's the fastest derby car race. If you couldn't have told already, that's our theme for the summer, is derby car racing and running the race. And we're going to be talking a lot about that this summer, and whether we're in person or not, that's going to be our thing. So that's what's in shop this summer. I hope you're as excited about this as I am. I can't wait to get started. Now, I got to show you something pretty cool. We have the whole summer a race, like I'm saying. Now, here's how this works. There are going to be 9 laps in this race. You know, a race, you go around in laps, you go around in circles. I don't know if you've ever seen NASCAR. That's how our laps work. There's going to be 9 of them. Each lap is going to be 1 week. And each week, I'm going to give you 3 missions. So 9 times 3, for some of you 3rd grade and up, that's going to be 27 missions. Holy cow. 27 missions. How many do you have to complete, you might ask? Well, good question. You have to complete 6 or more missions of the 27 in order to receive your derby car for the race at the end of the summer. So, this week you're going to get 3 missions. You don't have to complete all 3. You only have to complete 6 total out of all 27 that you're going to get. Only 6. Everyone hold up the number 6 on their hands. I know, count those fingers. If you got to, take off your socks. Count up to 6. That's right. You got to complete 6 out of 27 in order to get your derby car. And you might think, oh, Mr. Brandon, he's not checking. I will be checking. So, what are you going to do? How am I going to know? How am I going to be checking? Good question. We are doing a live stream derby wall of fame. Wow. Yes, I know you had Livestream Listeners Club with Kids for Truth. That has been retired. Now, for now, we have the Livestream Derby Wall of Fame. Now, I know what you're asking. Are there going to be prizes if I get on this Livestream Derby Wall of Fame? And yes, of course, there will be prizes. I want you to think for a second. Everyone, get their thinking caps on, put them on your head. What does every good race car, NASCAR, derby car driver need? And I want you to look at me when I say this. What does every good race car, NASCAR, derby car driver need? Other than a car, of course, and maybe a cool race outfit. That's right. They need sunglasses. Oh, yeah. Sunglasses, baby. Your prize, should you complete the mission and be selected to the Wall of Fame for Livestream Derby Car Racing, is a pair of cool sunglasses like the ones I got on my face right now. Now, every good race car driver needs these. So I better see all these come time we come back in person, especially when we have our derby car race. I want to see everyone with sunglasses on. Hopefully if we get a lot of people on that derby car wall of fame. All right, now, I want you to go back to the other page. You might be asking, why? Who says? Let me just show you a few famous people that you might have seen before. Dale Earnhardt. We got some cool race car drivers like those glasses on. Look at those people. You could be up there on the Livestream Derby Wall of Fame. That could be you, your picture on there. How cool would that be? Lastly, biggest question, how do I get on? I'm going to tell you how you get on. I need 2 pictures from your parents to this number right there. That's my number, 440-251-0019. Don't worry, I don't make spam calls. You have to send 2 pictures. One of you watching the live stream at any point. It can be a video or a picture of you doing the game, singing the song, watching the lesson, or just paying attention in general. And then I need a picture of you completing the mission. Remember we talked about those 27 missions? You have to complete 6. Well, I need a picture of you completing one of them. So if you can do those 2 things, and you can photograph it and send it to me, I might just put you and your whole family, this isn't just one person, I'm picking whole families to go up there, on the Livestream Derby Wall of Fame. And oh yeah, you're going to get your pair of sunglasses if you're up there. Now, next, we are going to have a game later. And I'm going to start that game fairly soon after our lesson. So I'm going to give you a heads up of materials you need for games later. So you have some time now to maybe go get those things. You don't need a lot. And I'm going to put it up there. And just think about the time going on we have, you know, with a lot of sickness going around. And I know this was in a high demand early on, and people were buying about 50 of these at a time, so you might not have it. I hope you do. You're the one that bought 50 of them and you have some to spare. If you haven't guessed what that is yet, that's right. You need a roll of toilet paper for each person, because we are going to have a game later with that. So now you have some time to get the toilet paper. If you don't have a whole roll of toilet paper, well, that you kind of need a whole roll, all right? But maybe they could share. I don't know. Maybe they could share. But try to get a roll of toilet paper for each person. Don't worry, it won't be ruined, so you'll still be able to use it after. All right, so with that in mind, you got your toilet paper roll for each person. Now, I want you to look at this next slide. Like I said, we're going to have songs every single week. And this first song, everyone knows that in NASCAR, you have red lights and green lights, sometimes yellow lights. I don't really know if they're yellow lights or not in NASCAR. But in Derby car racing, you certainly have red lights and green lights. So we're going to sing the song, of course, Stop and Let Me Tell You. Now, this song we sang as we were driving through Cleveland. And we got in our cars and we cruised. So I want you to take a look at me for a second, because I need you up out of your seat. If you sat back down, maybe you haven't sat back down. You're so excited. I haven't sat down since I got here. I need you, sunglasses on. I need you to get ready to get in your car. So I need you to start your engine. Here we go. Here we go. You got your engine going. And as we sing this song, we're not going fast yet. We're just learning the song. And the first verse is stop. All right, so here we go. We're going to do a little cruise around. Go ahead and cruise around the room a little bit in your car. You got your car. Maybe it's shaking a little bit. You don't have good suspensions. You're shaking a little bit. I'm coming back this way. I'm coming through. Oh, I faked Mr. Bear out. Oh, we're coming back through. And now, we come to a red light. And you're in your car. And you're ready to sing. You're in your red light. All right, here we go. We're going to show the song. And we're going to get ready to sing.
Stop and let me tell you what the Lord has done for me. Stop and let me tell you what the Lord has done for me. He forgave my sin and He saved my soul. He cleansed my heart and He made me whole. Stop and let me tell you what the Lord has done for me.
Now, that's very great. I think we need to sing that one more time. Get in your car again. Get ready to come up to that stoplight again. Now you got the lyrics on there. Maybe you heard them for the first time. If you're not quite reading yet, that's okay. But here we go. We're pulling up to the stoplight again. Here we go. And we're going back. And we're going forward. Here we go. One more time.
Stop and let me tell you what the Lord has done for me. Stop and let me tell you what the Lord has done for me. He forgave my sin and He saved my soul. He cleansed my heart and He made me whole. Stop and let me tell you what the Lord has done for me.
All right, great job singing. Now, before we get into our main idea of the Bible, that's our first lap. Remember, we talked about 9 laps. The first lap has a song, a lesson, a game, and 3 missions. Simple enough, I think. Sometimes we'll have some crafts. Sometimes our laps will consume of puppets. Consist of puppets, there we go, which will consume some laughs, I imagine, because puppets are always funny. Who doesn't love a good puppet? Anyway, our Lap 1 Bible lesson is the main idea of the Bible. Remember, Grace Kids Club is all about the gospel. And our motto, we learn the gospel so that we learn the gospel more so that we can live and share the gospel. So we are going to be learning what led up to the gospel. What's the good news? And we're going to be learning about that. The first lap is just an introduction to the Bible as we get more into what the gospel is and how we can live and share it. Now, I want you to give me a nice, good countdown. Get your fingers up in the air. If you can bend each toe individually, do that as well. But here we go. We're going to get our fingers up, and we're going to give a nice countdown from 5. And then we're going to jolt in and start our engines and zoom on in to our main idea of the Bible lesson. And I need you to pay close attention. Now, I gave a timer in this. I know I'm a lot of explaining, like get to the video already, old man, young man, whatever you want to call me. But every good race car driver needs the sunglasses, but they also have to follow a timer. So on this video, I'm going to have a timer. And I need you to hang with me for the whole timer. I won't go any bit over or any bit less. So just hang with me, complete the lap with me, and we'll be able to complete lap 1 of Grace Kids Club. So go ahead, get those fingers up, give me a good old countdown. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Go. Hey kids, can you guess where I am? If not, I'll give you a hint. There's a big fish tank next to me. Does that give it away? Anyway, we're here for the first lap lesson of Kids for Truth this summer. Now, this first lap lesson is all about what is this book all about? What is the Bible all about? Or what is the main idea of the Bible? You see, the Bible has 66 books in it in many verses, and all of these books in this one book have a main idea. And what is that main idea? That main idea is God bringing himself glory, or God's glory. Now, you might think the beginning of God comes at the beginning of the Bible, but the Bible teaches us that God never had a beginning, and he never has an end. What does it mean he never had a beginning? How could he never have a beginning? How could he be there when nothing else was there? Well, Revelation 1:8 and Psalm 92, 2 books in the Bible, teach us that God is self-sufficient. Everyone say that word with me on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Self-sufficient. Good job. What does that mean he's self-sufficient? Well, he doesn't need anything else to exist or to live. Think about this. We are not self-sufficient. If you didn't have water, food, your stuffed animal, maybe your mom or your dad, or your house, or your clothes, or your parents' car, how would you be able to live? If we didn't have the sun, how would we be able to live? Or water, in the ocean, or fish, or animals, how would we be able to live? We couldn't. But God can. Why? Because God is self-sufficient. So if God didn't need anything, then why did he create us? The answer, the main idea of the Bible, for his glory. And now God talks about creation in Genesis, and he created the mountains and the plains and the oceans. And yeah, he was really enjoying that. That brought him glory. He even created animals, and that brought him glory, like a dog or a fish or a whale. All those things brought him glory. But the Bible teaches us the most important thing God created And the thing that can bring him the most glory is you. Mankind brings God the most glory. The Bible has many verses about how much God loves you. The Bible only has a couple verses about nature bringing God glory. Just a couple. But you bring God glory a lot. You bring God the most glory. I want you to say this phrase with me. Get on your feet and get your finger pointed up in the air. And I want you to say with some authority, God loves me. I bring God glory. I bring God more glory than a fish, and a tree, and a popsicle, and a chair, and the ocean, and the mountains, and the sun. Did you get all that? Let's close by reading Genesis 1:26 to 28.
Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and rule over the fish in the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth."
What Genesis 1:26 to 28 teaches us is that God had created man to be subject but yet rule underneath him his creation. We were going to be rulers of his creation, and we still are. We were going to rule with God. And we had fellowship with God. Adam and Eve, it would be like God was sitting right there. Or God, the presence of God was all around them. And they knew what it was like. But they did something wrong to mess up that fellowship, or to mess up that relationship they had. They messed up. They sinned. And we're going to learn about that in the second lap next week. So come on back, learn more about God, learn more about the main idea of the Bible. And remember, the main idea of the Bible is God's glory. Okay? And that God has invited us to reign with him, and you bring God the most glory. Now I hope you learned a lot from that. And we will revisit this, and we're going to build on that. Like I said, that's just lap 1. How many do we have? Can anyone get it? I'll give you a thinking second. Did anyone say 7? 10? That's right, 9. 9 laps total. Okay, 1 lap a week. That makes 9. 9 plus 1 plus 1, 9 times is 9. That's math for you for the day. All right, so now it's time for our game, for toilet paper trail. Now, I hope you have your roll of toilet paper ready. Before you do anything with it, don't unwind it, don't do anything till I say go. The first thing I want you to do, I need you to watch the tutorial video with me. Now, here's how we play our game. I'm going to explain it as you see the screen. You're going to use your head only, no hands, to touch the toilet paper, and you're going to try to unroll the toilet paper. You're also trying to not rip the toilet paper as you do this. So you're going to need to find a long stretch of the carpet, a long area. I'm going to give you 1 minute. So if you can look at me first before you go, I'm going to show you a little demonstration. Here we go. Toilet paper on the ground. When I say go, you can give yourself a little head start. Don't roll it now. No touching with hands. When I say go, you're going to have 1 minute to try to unroll as much toilet paper as you can. Ready? Give me a countdown first, and then I'll have you go next. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. This is a lot harder than it looks. you might hit your head on the ground. So you got to be really careful to cross the finish line. Did you see that? All right. Do you have your roll of toilet? Oh. Do you have your roll of toilet paper left? Do you have your roll of toilet paper ready to go? Here we go. We're going to go back to the timer. When I give you the countdown, I need you to go. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, back to the timer. 2, 1,
T
go.
minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow, what a rush. Did you finish it? Did you get all the way extended? I need to know. I hope I see some videos and pictures of what this looks like. For me, I maybe got like, I don't know, 20 feet. I didn't get that far. I'm sure some of you who are really good at those bear crawls can really get that thing far and out there. Now, the last thing. We did our games, we did our lesson, we did our song. You need to know what the mission is. What is the mission for you? How do you get the sunglasses and get on the Wall of Fame? Now remember, this summer is all about the gospel. It's about knowing the gospel better. It's about learning it better. It's about living it better, and it's about sharing it better. Remember, our motto is, we learn more about the gospel so we can live and share the gospel. That's right. Let's try that one more time before I give you the missions. We learn about the gospel, more about the gospel, so we can live and share the gospel. See, we'll get it, we'll get it. It's okay to mess up the first couple of times. That's why we got all summer to learn it. Now, here we go. I'm going to show you the mission. Lap 1 mission, okay? You can do this with your whole family. So we only need one picture. You only got to do one of these once with your whole family. So if you have 3 brothers and sisters, well, all 4 of you can do this at the same time. Take a picture of it, or have your mom or dad take a picture of it, and then you can send it to me. You can, number 1, video call a friend. Number 2, send a video message to a friend. Number 3, go to the park with a friend. So, if you're little, unsure if you can make it to a park with a friend, if you're unsure if you can get on FaceTime with a friend, or a Google Hangout, or Google Duos with a friend, then you can at least send a video message to a friend. Those are your 3 missions. Remember, you can complete one of these for this week, and then you only have to complete 5 more out of the 27 that you're going to get. So, keep that in mind as we go throughout the summer. Try to complete one mission. Remember to get those photos in, and sure enough, soon enough, you'll have some sunglasses and be on our live stream listeners' Wall of Fame. Now, that's all I have for you tonight. So you have to stay tuned for next week when we'll be back online, and hopefully soon enough we'll be in person to sing these songs, learn the lessons, play the games, and have a final derby car race. Thank you so much, kids. You did a great job. I hope to see you soon. Now, if you're a parent or guardian listening still, Pastor Tim and Pastor Steve have invited you after this to join the live chat Zoom meeting going on through the link on the website. That's a continuation of what happened last Sunday night. They're just going on to continue it. So they have encouraged you to go on after this and watch that. Thank you so much. That's all for tonight. I will see you next week for lap 2 of Grace Kids Club.